Hi everyone, this is Roman. I'm going to show you the new tutorials here. This is the MotherShip Inside. You can see how cool it looks like. And this is only lights and shadows. It's not have any material. The material is still working. This is the next tutorial. Okay, so I want to show you, you see, for example, the details I use. Also, you see here, I use my magicwedge tool. You can find my site under 4d.com. And in this tutorial, we use the magicwedge tool and the magic switch. So you see here, I have the switch so I can make off and on. And this is, for example, okay, when I go my camera here, you can see also I have this another angle we modeled in the first tutorial for the spaceship itself. You can see here. So when I hit Raiden, and you can see how it looks like. Also, you can see this here because now I'm inside the glass. This you see here is glass. This also is glass, and now my camera is inside glass, so you can see this reflection. Okay, so the other thing I want to show you is if I want to go to the camera here, okay, I want to make off the lights. So you can see here there is a clone, and I can control, for example, how big I want, or very big or very small. And the other thing, when I go to clone and I make off this, and I go here and I change, you can see here I have basically this, and this also is symmetry. So when I disable also this, you see basically we're modeling this here. We're modeling this here, and with the symmetry and the clone, you can see here is make magic, and we have everything, and we have the MotherShip inside like garage with the small ship inside. And also let's use the ship physical sky. So we see here uh, not the light, but we see physical sky. So if you like this, you can follow these tutorials. We can model in this here. You can see now. So if you like, okay, before I make this tutorial, make sure you have the magicwedge tool. You can download from my site, mother4d.com. It's freebie. Okay, so let's make a new cube. You see I'm from view, and I use here in the Z50 and Y500 like this. I go in front of you, and also in here I use the Z2 segments. So when I go around, you can say I have this. Okay, now I make it double. Now the next I need to use a knife, one here and another one here. So you see, basically it's the same size. And also I want to use one here and maybe a little bit more up like this. Now I take these 2 points and I move in a zero, just like this. Okay, and I take also these points and I move a little bit more. So basically this is not the same. And when I ready, I have something like this. Okay, so now I select the cube. Basically, it's too big, so I go here, make it smaller like this. And now I select this here polygon, and I go to edge mode. I select this edge, and I use the wedge tool, and just I drag, and right here 9 degrees. So I have nice, you can see. And now I select this here and here, and I select this edge now, and I wedge not for here, for down. So I select this edge, and I wedge, and I write 9 degrees. So like this, you can see I have perfect shape. Now I want to make here also some details. So right click, knife, I use a plane, a Z, I use 4, I use something like 35. So I try to cut, you see, to have all nice to get the polygon. So like this. I go to polygon mode, I go to the loop selection and I select these 2 loops and just make small extrude and this make bigger. Okay, just make undo, small extrude like this. Okay, and I go and I make a bevel, I put the cube and I use angle. So this is give me more nice detail for bevel. I use freezer device and also I go to the setting mode, physical, and I add a new angle occlusion, and in physical mode I use medium. So when I already have a nice quality and I see how it looks like. Okay. Okay, I select the cube and I select this here polygons with a loop selection and I go and make extrude inner I make extrude, I make another extrude in there, I make extrude inside, something like this. So now have this. Okay. Okay, now I go to the cube mode here. I select this here, and this one. I make extrude in there. Just something small. Okay, and extrude like this. Okay, and I have this. Okay, and in the cube, I select this. Okay, this here, this here, this here, this here, this here, and this here, and also this, and so this was the last, and I make extrude in there, and I make extrude. Okay, so when I read it, I have something like this. I have this nice line. Now I go to mirror this, so I go to the cube mode here, I go to my right view, I select the points, I use the rectangle selection and check this here, and I select all the points and just I remove. So now you can see I have the half, and I go here and I use a symmetry object and I put, and I use symmetry object XZ. So finally I have the shape. And now I want to make another symmetry for the top. So I select the cube. I need to uncheck this. Basically, I need to see this. Okay, so I go to symmetry and I make a new symmetry object. And I make the symmetry. And now I use a Z like this. Now I need to place this. So I need to move my cube here to find. Okay, mine is 250. Here's my first column. And now because I have a symmetry, I can change all these points and everything change. For example, when I go here and I change this, you can see this is changed for this size and also for the up. Okay, I want to use a little bit less, something like this. Okay, and I have something like this. You can see this more interesting shape here. And also I select this here and I make extrude in there. And I hold Control and I click just to give more interesting shape. Okay. Okay, so now I want to make some more details here. So I go here and I select this here. And I make extrude. You can see basically I use extrude like this. So like this I can make some nice, and I use something not too much big, something like this. I think it's okay. Maybe a little more. So this is my space, for example, between the other. And I want to show you what I mean. So when I'm using MoGraph clone here, and I make the 0. So this is my space between the others. So let's say I need to find this here. Okay. Okay, I think this is good. So when I read the, see, I have this. Okay, about here. Okay, so I go here in my, and I make here more details. So I go over a loop, make here one loop here, and just a loop here, and I make extrude like this. Now I see I can go here and I select this here, and I make extrude in there. Not too much. About here, and I make a small extrude like this. So now, see, I have this interesting look. Okay, now because I want to make the wall and I make this easy, I need to make a trick. So I make off the bevel, so like this I don't have any bevel. I put this out, and basically I make undo. I put the symmetry out for the clone, and I use the symmetry object again here, and this time I use Z, and now I go here and I move this. About, see, about here, let's also use the bevel to see better. Okay, so a little more close. Okay, this here. So I move about here. So it looks like perfect. Okay, so now this I do, I make off the bevel because I don't have the bevel, and now I go to the symmetry and I make carry stay object. So this give me the object without symmetry. Basically give me the full object. So now I can model easy. You can see here my model. So I go here in polygon mode first, and I go to make this wall here. So to do this, I need to select this polygon here, these two, and these two also, and these two, and these two. Now go to the front view, I hold the control and I drag just one, and I hold the control and I click again, I make another one. So like this I have the space to don't collision. So I take this here and this one, okay, now this one. I take this here and this one. Now I go to the bridge tool and I can bridge here to here. And I do the same for the other side here. I take this, go here and I select this both. And I go to the bridge tool and I bridge this. Now I need to bridge here to here. I need to be careful. Okay, this is okay. And the last, and finally I go here and also this here, here, and here, here, and here, and I close and I make finally the wall with the bridge tool. You have it. Okay, but you need to be careful. You need to put exactly here. So now you see, I have this wall. Okay. Okay, so now in my cube, this one, I I want to make this in the half. So let's make a loop selection, a cut. Okay, let's see. I want this here only. The wall behind. Now I can make a string like this. Okay, I go here in my cube and I select this here and this here, this here and this here, and I make a bridge like this. Okay, so now I have this. I can select this here and I can make extrude. Okay, extrude. I make very big extrude like this. And now I need to select this polygon because it's face and I delete. So, and I have something like this. So basically this, I put my spaceship. Let's try this. Okay, here's my safe spaceship. It's very big. So let's go here and make the scale. Okay, let's use this. Okay, let's say about here. And let's drag this a little bit more. Okay, I think this is good. Maybe more. Okay, this is very nice. So basically, you can see this is where it's going the spaceship for the story I make. Okay, so now I'm going to go here and I drag this here a little bit, and I drag my spaceship about here, maybe a little more, so I have more space, and I drag here, and now I make the glass. So here I make a knife tool, and I make something like here, and I use the loop selection and extrude in there, here, and extrude. Okay, and now you can see I have where's my place for the glass. Okay, so now this I do is also you can put a door, but I think glasses looks like nice. So I select this here and the top. Can undo find the correct. So this is no this one. So this is the top and the down, and I use the split command. So I split, and now you see I have my only this is a split. And the nice thing is now I can select this both, and I can bridge, and like this I have exactly where is be my glass. I can see exactly here, and let's put here the glass, not this one, here, and I call this, let's call this glass, so we know, okay, this is big glass. Okay, okay, let's take a look right now how it looks like. You can see it looks like very cool. Okay, now okay, let's make the ground. So let's go here. Okay, select this here, this and this. Okay, change the view about here. Okay, and now I select this here, this here, this here, this and this, and I hold the control and I make. Okay, and now I need to find exactly. Basically, this I do. I move more. So like this, I have the symmetry. Nice. Okay, and here's my ground. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I finished the ground here. I want to make also the top view. So let's go here. Okay, let's see. I go here in my top view. Just I do with the ground, but now I make the top. Basically, I make the cell. So I copy this here. Just like this. I select this here. And also this here. And I need to find where is my ground about here. Okay. So now I have both. Very nice. Okay, so there is one problem with the bevel. So when I put this bevel here and enable it, okay, you can see this problem. Okay, so I want to fix. So I go here the cube and I want to remove this. Just remove. Select and delete. Go to the close polygon hole here and put one here and also one here. Now I select this here and these two, and I make through inner. And last I make the bridge. Now when I bevel, you can see it's working. Okay, so now I make it through inner as to make this more interesting. About here, extrude, and I make another extrude inner about here and extrude. Okay, so now when I hit bevel, you can see everything is working. And I have this nice look now. So now I fix this, I make off the bevel, and I go again to the cube here, and I take this only polygon. I hold the control and just I drag. Okay, I need to find where is my ground. So my ground is about here, and then I make a small here cut, and I take a loop and I make extrude like this. Not too much because I have the wall. Okay, something like this. And when I enable the bevel, you can see I have this interesting look. Okay, so I go to the cube here, and you can see I have selected already this here part, and I go to the knife, and I use the plane. I use this axis selection only, so this is cut only my selection. I use only one, YZ, and I cut here. Okay, I need to make off. So now I have this, I can select this here, and this here, and in the scale mode, I hold the control and I drag like this. And last, I select this here, this here, this here, and this here. I go to right click, extrude. I do something like this and extrude like this. Okay, let's see how it looks like this. Okay, and it's ready then. And here how it looks like. Okay, so now let's make the top of the space here. Uh, just I go here in polygon mode and I go and I select the knife tool in the loop. I do one recent selection, so I check. So I go on bevel. So I go here and I make a cut here and I make another one cut here. And now I have this cut. I take this polygon here and this here, and just I make the edge here a wedge tool, and I drag for here about here 9 degrees. Okay, okay, 100 degrees like this. So I have this here pipe. Now I go here and I need to make another cut here. So in my knife tool, I make here another cut. So when I move this here, when I move this here, you can see is stuff here. Okay. Okay, so now I have everything. I make the glass part like the cube, and also my ship like this. And now in my cube, I go the polygon mode in top view. I select with selection here, and I select this here, and I just remove. And I go the point mode, and I select this point here, and I remove. And also I need to remove this here, and I do the same for this here, and also this one, and that's this. So now you see I basically I cut. The last thing I go to model mode, and I select the model axe here, and now I click here. So now this is my 0. So in the cube I make 0 0 0 0, and now I can make a easy mirror. Okay, so now I want to mix everything. So I go to the top view here, I copy this here, and I go to snap. I snap this here, so I can see this is how for this to this how I need. So this is the number. So I copy, I remove this, and I go to the clone. You can see like this easy. You can see, for example, how long I can put this. And now you can see I can make as many copies like, and I can make a symmetry, and I put here, and here also I have symmetry. And let's make more. Okay, something like this. Okay, so now I put the physical sky. So when I read them, I can see better how it looks like the shape. You can see it's very cool. Okay, and now in my clone I use red instance, so this is speed up. And this I want to do is just I place the camera on about here, and I make a new camera, and I lock this camera with projection tag. So like this I can model and I can go back to my camera where it was. Now I want to use one another plugin, so I need to find custom palette here and write uh, magic, and you can see here that is magic switch, so I drag here. So the magic switch is basically switch something if you want off or values. You can see tutorials in my site to see how it's working. Okay, so I make a new magic switch here, and I go and I put the list, and I put the clone, the symmetry, and the bevel, and I make this everything on. Now I click here set parameter on. So this is now is knowing when it's click on, I have all this enabled. So I make off, and I said now when my switch off, what it does. So what it does is I make this off, and I click set parameter off. And like this, and like it is, I can enable and disable. So you can see I have the full zip, and I have here only the half, here, only the part. Select the points, is here, with the here, select, hold the shift and click and select the polygon. So like this, select the polygons is connected with polygon with points. And right click and knife, plane, cut one here and one here, and also I want to cut one here. Okay, maybe a little more, one here, like this. Now I select these here polygons. I don't want to snap, so disabling this, and this. And I go to Wish tool in edge mode, and I drag for this side here. Okay, let's see this. Just for this side, you can see 90 degrees. And now I do the same in the middle. So polygon mode, I select this, this, and this. And edge mode with the Wish tool, I just make again a save with 90 degrees. And last, here I just click, I press delete, so it remove the middle point because I don't need, because symmetry. So when I enable everything, you must have something like this. You see these lines, one here, one here, one here. So I click here the camera, and now the last, I make off also. So the last I want to do is to make the top, and I finish. So let's select this here. Basically, I make the same exactly where I make it down. So I select the edge with tool here. I just make here negative 19. I go to polygon mode and I delete. So I delete this face. And now I select all these points. I hold the shift and I click the polygons to select the polygons. Right click, knife, and I make knife here. I select the polygons and I make this little up about here. Okay. Okay, so now this I want to do is I want to select this part here, only this. Now without the new here we make, so let's hold control click. Okay, and you can see I have select only this part in top. Now I make extruder here, and then I scale like this about here. Now move my bridge tool, I drag down, okay, and you see I have this open. So this is where is my window. Okay, the last I select this here, and this here. I make extrude, extrude, and extrude, and one last time extrude. Now when I click, I have, let's ready this. So the last I want to make the glass, so I go here, make off, Okay, so to make the glass, I use the same method like before. So I select this here, polygon, and this here, I make a split. Okay, now basically split also the other, so I remove this, I don't want. And when I hide this, you see I have this here. So I select both polygons and I use bridge tool. And you see now, okay, I do again. And now you see I connect and I need to use the close here and here. And now I have everything. So this is glass top. I drag a material here. I put this here. Let's enable it and the camera and make on this. Let's read it. And now you can see I have here a glass and here how it looks like. Okay, now I'm going to put some more details. So I click the camera so I have like this. I make off the magic switch. In this I see now, I go here and I select this polygon here. In which mode here, I select this and I rotate this 90 degrees like this. The next step is I select this here and this here also polygon. Right click, knife. I have the plane already, so I cut about here, but you need to select this. So this is only cut the polygons you have select. Okay, and now I take this here, this one, and this one, and okay, I do again the same. Okay, this one, and this one. I hold the control and I scale like this. I scale something behind for this here uh, model. So like this, I have this here. Okay, now this I'm going to do, I'm going to select these two polygons here and I use again the wedge tool with the edge selection and just I make extrude 90 degrees, done. The next step I'm going to do is in my ship here, I'm going to make here a hole. So when my hero is falling to go to the ship, so I select the polygon here, I make extrude in about here, I select this here and without preset group, I check, okay, and I check this and I make extrude. And then I make extrude about here, very small, and extrude again, and extrude. And I select this, and I make uh, extrude up like this, so we don't see. So when I enable the bevel, I have this nice. Okay, now I'm going to make some details in flow. So to do this, I select the cube. Now I select this, and this, and I go to the knife tool in the plane and I make sure you have select check this option here, so when you cut also uncheck the bevel, so when you cut you you can and you have the correct plane here. I cut one very small here and I cut one in the middle and one here. Okay, now I select this here polygons, I just cut and I make just a simple extrude. Okay, something like this here. And now I select this here also, and I make extrude and bevel, extrude for this side, so you can see it's going inside the hole. So when I enable the bevel, I have this interesting look. So you can see here how nice it looks like. So let's remove first the glass, the ship, and see all in the room here while we make. And now you can see we give some more details. Okay, now, okay. And if you want to make more interesting, just make another extrude here in there. So you can see when I go close my camera, make just extrude in there about here. And now when I enable the bevel and this stuff, so let's see the other. I have enabled also the clone of this stuff. So we see again all the, and now you can see this, how it looks like. And I think it's cool. Okay then, so basically we finished also the room. Okay, so let's take a look about here, because in the first skin we see the top and falling the character on the top. So And I want to enable here my high layer so I can see some lines I make. And here I have the ship. Okay, so let's ready this, see what we get. And you can see it's cool the top here. So I think this is working very well. Okay, so the last I want to do, I want to make this better because now you have a ship and you have inside cube. So this I do is I make a group, the cube, like this. And now I take off this and this and this. And I leave this, okay, maybe I call this MotherShip part. So I know. And also this is a glass top, this is a ship. This is like have all my here. This is my symmetry and the clone. So you can rename the you want. But let's take a look to see the final slopes. So let's go to the camera. In this clone here, let's put I think 20 is good. So let's ready to see what we get. And here how it looks like. I think it's very cool. You can see we have very nice here road. Um, And let's try also to disable the physical sky and radar so we have, in the space colors. More dark, because now it's more dark. And also this is not finished. We put a lot lights in the floor to make some nice glow. And also we put some more details. This is just the model now is finished. So I'm going to show you some Raiden stuff. Basically very basic. We fix all this to make it more beautiful. When we put also material and this stuff, this is looks like amazing in the end. And you can see how it looks like. So yep, you can see the model is finished. Also, let's remove the camera. So the idea is when we have this, we make one nice camera to move. Okay, let's put the camera here, for example. And we make a sea fly and this stuff, and it's make like this and go out for the space. You can see when this move the camera how cool like this whoop and go out. Okay, so yep, this is the tutorial. I hope you like and find it useful. Thank you for watching this video.